if you don't like my videos, it's fine. I'll keep on making videos, even if you don't like them. It's fine. Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Beauty Ambassador. Nice to meet you. I hope all of you are doing well today. You know, I just wanted to say, like this video, subscribe. I thank you all for watching my videos back to back. Thank you so much for supporting me the way you are doing it. Yes, as you can see. Yeah. That's where I wear my overalls all the time. Yeah. I have thousands of them. Thousands of them. Yeah. So, and also I have great stylists as well. And I think one of my professors when I was 14 years old that used to teach us how to sew stuff, like anything, we can just change it into something fashionable, so get us to more than 1,000 subscription and you'll see more of us guys. So I'm actually going to meet a friend of mine. At the same time, let me share something with you. So for those of you that did not watch my video part 4, please watch that. And this is part 5. Okay, so how did this go? Okay, once in a while I was a happy person. I'm still happy today. And one day I went to work and going back home and something happened. I was a victim of a hit and run, and so I never made it home anymore, so that really took a lot away from my life, pretty much. I was dead. Then my mother pleaded, and also she actually made some vows with God to let me live again. So I was dead, completely dead, and her prayers and people that were praying around the world also came to pass that I survived. I came back to life, and I was told that the doctors gave up on me. So what happens when the doctors give up on you? So if you have God before that event, He's still going to work for you. He's always intervening in our lives and on our behalf, whether you want it or not. So I'm very impressed about God, how He's so faithful, loyal, loving, and caring. He's just amazing. By the way, I'll show you how I wrap up this. So this is my t-shirt. It's been there for many years. I used to wear this t-shirt even when I was 14 years old, and I'm still wearing it. It's not trashed yet, it's not raggedy yet, but I just can turn anything to fashion, and so guys, save money, take your raggedy old shirt, anything raggedy that you have, wash them and use them, reuse them, recycle them, and use them purposefully. You can make your own things. Just be frugal, guys. Also, I just wanted to thank all my subscribers for subscribing on my channel. Thank you so much. So this is a wonderful, elegant top that I really like, but today I'm wearing it as a scarf or a head wrap. I'll show you how I did this, so maybe in a shot, why not, here or in a shot, so let's continue with the story. For the newcomers, I'm Beauty Ambassador. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching me all the way, wherever you're watching me from. Let me know where you're watching me from and tell me what time it is at your side. Tell me what you liked about your day. Did you do anything fun today? Let me know. So that hit and run accident paralyzed me completely. I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk. I was just writing things, journaling pretty much. If I had to tell someone something, I just had to write something to them. And also my wrists were not really strong at that moment, but I was struggling with all of that too. My mother was called actually at 5 in the morning to come and see me at the hospital, and she rushed there with my father to see me at the hospital. And I was laying on that bed, but I was told that I do not have life at all. So what am I going to do? So I was a dead person, and I was being named John Doe. Let me rewind. I was being named Jane Doe. If I was a boy, I would have been named John Doe, because they did not know my identity, so they were calling me Jane Doe. And thankfully, the back of my cell phone had my mom's information, so that's how they got to my mother, and they called her. Okay. And what happened is that as soon as she came there, she begged the hospital team that took care of me to take my body back to an empty room and clean the room and have a nice bed, a nice bedding. And so she laid me flat on that bed. So the doctors told her that I needed to heal from anywhere else, and they don't know what else to do to me. They said I might not make it, and so they left me there among the cadavers. And my mom started cleaning me up. I was told I lost a lot of blood, completely a lot, and they actually put Band-Aid everywhere. And my mom begged them to see if they could do something, because my head was completely crushed, and they actually held that head and just put things together, started screwing my head and doing all the best, and they finally did the operation, and I heard it was successful. 8 surgeons actually performed the surgery, and everything was great. And plus the 8th surgeon were some students, and the students were like new uh, new people that were supposed to become doctors. So I'm really happy and glad that I was one of the subjects they used actually to be able to uh, perform the dream and have the dream be met, actually, because they needed a live or a dead subject to be able to do um, like perform and work on that subject for their dream to come true, you know. And a dream cannot be reality if it cannot be manifested in the physical. So they did that, and I'm so happy it worked out for them. So I came back to coma, and I would always see things, and all I knew was that I was with the 24 elders up there in heaven. All we did was singing, praising God, and nothing else. We lifted our hands up and we just praise God and praise God and believe in Him, and said hallelujah the whole time and sang so beautifully. Everything looks nice, everything looks so amazing, excellent, beautiful, glorious, and nothing was ugly there. Everything was so beautiful. When I came back to life and I was conscious, I told my mother, I was like, Mom, can you please get me the purse so I could go to work, to my office? My mom's like, you have no office right now, you really hurting. And so she told me that I could not even lay flat without making noise, painful noise. And she said also that every bone all over me were crushed, and including my head, that the eighth surgeon kind of like put together and performed surgery on. And so I was like, wow, I was listening to everything she said, but some things were really not making sense to me because I wasn't here. I just came from heaven, so it didn't make sense to me. Nothing made sense to me. And so anytime I hear noise, it just makes me feel like I wanted to cry, makes me really uncomfortable. I did not know what my cell phone was used for. I did not know what that iPhone was for. And anytime it rang, I was asking, what's going on? Can you believe a hit and run accident that caused my death? And they said my phone was not even broken, but I had broken bones. That's what they said. And they were actually waiting for me to get up, to be cautious, so they could take me to another serious, high-tech, high-level operation room for them to operate me, like operate places that were broken still. And so my mom said she prayed, and those operations never came to exist. And one of the doctor called me and said, tell me what you did for us not perform operation on your other part of your body, including everything. And I was like, well, what happened is someone came to my room. His name is Jesus. He came to my bedside and he looked at me, smiled at me, and touched my feet, touched my entire body, touched my back, touched everywhere, every part of me. And that's how I was vexed. And I say, Jesus, why did you do this for me? And he said, because of your name, because of your name, because of your name. So when you get me to thousands and thousands and thousands subscription, I'll tell you what that name means, what it means, and why he wanted to actually prove that his life, resurrection, and he's real. So he said, through your name, I'm going to pass through your name and do many, many things. And so he wanted me also to come back and talk to people who don't believe in him, to come to him. He's not a mad guy. He's not a bad guy. He's not a liar. He's not a human being that can lie. So only thing he does is to help, save lives, give the best of the best. You know, he knows we'll all go through suffering in this world, but we will overcome all those things. And so that's the greatest and coolest things about him. And so before my accident, I always adored him. I always loved him. I was thank him. I was do stuff like with him. And if you tell me there is something going on and it can be snowing, and if you tell me my truck or my cars cannot move and go, I'm going to walk. The highways, I will walk. If it's a pile of snow blocking the way and people cannot cross, I'm going to walk. Even if I have to walk in my high heels or my high boots, I'm going to walk. I'm going to go. And that's me, period, and nothing else. So him intervening on my behalf caused me to realize that even though I'm not perfect, he's there for me. He's still there for me. And I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for everything he's doing for me. You know, he's my miracle. He's my miracle. And I thank him so much for everything. And so when I'm here on this channel, you see me like this. So this is me coming back this time in my life. And so I'm just letting you know that nothing is impossible. You know, keep dreaming and make that dream become reality. Okay? Make that dream become reality. So I'm actually at the same time, I'm actually going to show you how I actually did this. So underneath I have my do-rag and this crazy hair that still looks great. So this is the t-shirt, and that's how it looks like. That's how it looks like. So here I just put it back. I'm already sweating, see? I put it back like this. So from here, you already looking like an Egyptian already. Look at that. Already looking like that. Look. Like here, you're already looking like an Egyptian. Okay, so the goal here is to wrap it. Wrap it like that. Okay. And that's how it looks like. So you can put it this way. And this is one of my clothing lines, things I make. Or you can go like that. Or if you want, you can go like that. So I prefer to go like this today. How do I look? All right, so that's what I just showed you guys. I hope you can also try it. And at the same time, if you like my overall, let me know. Bring down below the comment. Yeah, this is how it looks like so far. Yeah, That's how everything looks like. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Yeah. That's how everything looks like. That's it. Yeah. So with this outfit, I think I can actually imitate Fali Pupa easily, you know, with this outfit. What do you think? And I could dance like onto that song. He has a song, a title named Glory to God, that I really like. Oh. And so I'm actually going to like...
Excuse me, sorry about that. She's friendly. Come on, let's go.
Hello.
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 Come on, Diamond, let's go.
He's a female. Have a good day.
Thank
Thank you. I used to have one like this.
She's super curious. Diamond. Come on, Diamond. Nope, stay down. Stay down, stay down. Hey, come on, stay down. She's like, hey, stay down. That's
Hello guys, that's a bulldog trying to be friendly to me. So as you can see, the owner was trying to control her, but she didn't listen to the owner. So yeah, well, that came about when I was showing you how to work on the head wrap here using your outfit and all that. So pretty much I was telling you that I'm a miracle. You are also a miracle. You do not have to go through a hit and run accident to be a miracle, guys. You are a miracle. The fact that you were born and you are alive, you are still a miracle. And I thank God for all of you. You know? So my mother, me being paralyzed, and you know, so in my case, you will not go back to work anymore, right? You will not go back to work anymore. Nothing is there for you to do. And anywhere I go, people will laugh at me because I look really bad. I was in bad shape. And very, very bloody awful. Yeah, that's how I look like. I'm telling you, there's dust that got into my throat right now. So yeah, so my mother was carrying my stress. So one thing about stress is that you have to know that even if you're not stressed and someone is going through anything in life and you are taking care of them, you are going to be directly stressed. So she was directly stressed every day because of me, you know, because of me. I admire her so much for putting up with me and taking good care of me, you know. Mom, thank you so much for everything you did for me. I'm so thankful. My family was there for me at the fullest. And one thing about relationships, I actually lost all my good relationships. I lost all of them. And also, I actually was I was crossing the road, you know, everybody wanted to cross and I was also crossing. That's it. So I'm here at the plaza here, meeting my friend. Hopefully she comes. She did not leave till I call her, so she will be here. And she was actually happy to meet me today. Yeah, so I'm thankful. She's my friend. So I was very happy that my family did not give up on me. It wasn't an easy relationship with them either, because most of them could not understand the reason why, what is going on with me, the way I was behaving. Most of them did not look at it like it was a normal behavior. Every day the behavior changes, and I'm telling you, the doctors prescribed some medication to me, but I did not want to take the medications, because what I found out was that if I take them, I'll become like more agitated. Of course, some of them will calm me down, but I did not want to survive on them. So I just sung. Every time I was in pain, I was just singing. I tried laying down sometimes and I couldn't. And honestly, it was really hard for me. And I struggled a lot. I couldn't go anywhere. Sometimes my mother will give me assignments to meet her in a cafe, because he wanted to teach me that in the future I'll be looking for a career, I'll be looking for a job, I'll be making new friends. And so she wanted to teach me the real life, norms and ways of doing things the proper way. And she was showing me how to wear my outfits and things like that, how to shower. I was crawling on the floor, on the ground, pretty much all the time, because I couldn't walk. And I remember from the hospital, before I stepped out to go to the house, when I was going to get discharged, they gave me a wheelchair, but that was the first time I got in a wheelchair. And I actually wrote something that I attached to balloons actually, and sent them away. So I saw them flying away. Those are messages, those are affirmations, those are prayers, those are my weaknesses, my strength. And also I kept seeing people's weaknesses and the strength. Anytime I walk, anytime I see them, I will dream sometimes. And also people will call me to ask for prayers. Some people I didn't know, they called my line. They were like, I want to kill myself. So I kept helping people like that and send them to the right places for them to get tools and better resources, and honestly, I just don't know how I could have done that if I wasn't connected to the Most High God showing me things, and so of course I lost some of my relationships. And honestly, family is the best relationship you can have. I'm telling you, when those that promise and swear and say, I will never leave you, I will never leave you, but when something happens, they know where to be found, or they will hear something happen to you, they will think it's a lie, or they just think you're making things up. How will I make anything up that something awful like this happened to me? Your family will always believe in you, always believe in you. So I'm just letting you know, if you have family, just stick together. Your mom, your dad, doesn't matter how they are, doesn't matter what happened between them, forgive them. I know it's hard to forgive some people in this planet, but what will you do if you don't forgive them? God will never forgive you, I'm telling you. And the word of God says that too. So just read it and learn. You know, it's not easy, but one thing I will say today is that I'm so happy that I'm not God. I'm saying again, I'm so happy that I'm not God. Because human beings tend to be really harsh, really hard on others. And sometimes we want to act like God. Of course, it says you are small gods, but come on, let's let God judge and do his things. You know, he's a good God. He's not one that creates confusions and stuff like that, you know. He can cause stumbling blocks on our pathway sometimes if he wants us to like go back, you know. Sometimes, and sometimes too he will do stuff like that to just talk to us, and some of us don't even listen sometimes, you know. And nobody's perfect but him, you know. Only him is perfect. So yeah, I have scars everywhere. Like me getting thrown like this, boom, bam, boom, like that. That's how the Good Samaritan described it, because he or she was the one that took me to the hospital by calling the ambulance. The ambulance came and picked me up. I was laying on top of the ground, and then it snowed that day, so there was a big pile of snow, and it says that I was laying in between the snow, frozen, yeah, and dead. So that was it. So I have so many scars, and honestly, I just was telling myself, if my skin color was like charcoal, you will not have seen any of my scars. You will not have seen any of the things that I have to endure and have on my body till today. But he said I'm still beautiful the way I am. Beautiful mess. Yeah. So I thank God for giving me back his breath that became my breath for me to live again and be able to talk to you guys, be able to smile to you today, laugh with you, talk with you, and share all these videos with you. So if you don't like my videos, it's fine. I'll keep on making videos, even if you don't like them. You know, it's fine. It's just making me happy for making videos, you know. So I'm very happy today to share part 1 with you. And guess what? So everywhere I went, people made fun of me because of the way I looked. I looked really bloody awful. Everywhere I went, I was always like dragging my feet, you know. I'll show you how I was doing that. I'll show you exactly how I was doing that. Like, I drag my feet like that, you know. I almost could do like Fali Pupa's moves and stuff, you know. His moves, you know. Like I know he does some of his moves like this and like that, you know. And then like that, I was just walking like that pretty much. That's why I say that when he shows up, we can also do his move together, and I can like imitate him back to back some days, you know, just for fun, you know. And I realized that God had other plans for me, and I was actually a psychiatric counselor before 2005, and I got to use that after my accident, you know. But before my accident, I was working at one of the banks, and they were really amazing. They were always taking good care of me. Even when I had my accident, they were still paying me for me to like take care of myself and all that. I was actually recommended to get a lawyer, but when the money came, the lawyer had me sign a check and never gave me the money. The money was never used to pay my medical bills. I worked so hard every single day, and I paid every money off. The money, the medical bill I'm talking about, it's not 200,000, it's not 500,000, it's way more than that. So if I had to like have 30 homes abroad, I would have done that easily, and anywhere else around the world, you know. So that's why I'm so thankful that he helped me so much. With the effort he was giving me, the strength he was giving me, the joy he was putting in my heart, I just going to work. I did not complain. I was getting up in pain, even though I couldn't get up, I couldn't sleep. Like, sleep was nothing for me. So I applied for many positions so I could work day, night, all that stuff, you know. And everyone was like, "How are you doing this? Where are you getting strength?" I said, "From God." And also he gave me a new heart. So it means that when someone is sad, I could feel the sadness. If someone is depressed, I could feel it. If someone has anything they have not shared with me, I could see the heart, what they have in their heart. Yeah. So, and also, if someone was angry at me, I never got angry at them. And I remember my siblings saying, it would be so hard for someone to tell you that they hate you. It would be so hard for someone to say they hate you, they don't like you. It would be so hard for someone to actually point a finger at you and say that you are this, you are that, and you did this and that, because you are not that type of person. You are a peaceful person. That's what my sibling told me. And I was like, wow, that's interesting you said that. So that's my heart from God. But I'm not saying this for anyone to use me as your doormat, because if you use me, I also know I learned now to become selfish, you know. So it will not work with anyone that will come and use me, you know. I do not like users, you know, because if you don't want anyone to use you, why will you like to manipulate and use others, you know? So that's how things are. And I'm actually talking here like, so this is what I was talking about. For 2 years I did not sleep. Okay. This doesn't happen to a normal human being. Okay. So when people sleep, I do not sleep. I stay up and pray and watch the night go. And also like I get so many prayers. People call me and tell me stories about their lives and stuff. And you know, one thing I will remember saying is that at that time when I was like bedbound, I will get friends of mine that left town went to other countries, other states, and will refer other friends to me. So that normal work, people do that for money, but I don't have to get money to help somebody. And so one time, one of them called me and crying that her friend had a brother that they've been reaching, and he couldn't pick up the call, and they thought he died, and they don't know where he went for so many years. They couldn't hear from him, so they was like panicking and stuff. But what I saw was that this person was still alive, was somewhere around Seattle area, Washington area in Seattle, and was mingling with goats. So he was like raising goats to make it become like a business. And so I told my friend to tell her friend that God is going to make sure the brother calls him right now. And she just told me, hey, hang up the phone, he's calling. So all those things happened. And after that, there was like another person, another famous pastor that was referred to me, for me to help. And so I started talking to this person. I kept seeing things already that were happening to this person, and I let this person know where the lines are being crossed and things do not let in their lives, and things they have to block so that things that God gave them will stay, and things that they needed to share or give to others will go to them. And so those things happen, and we are still in each other's life and helping one another. So people like us are here to watch over the universe. And the music is amazing, but I'm so sorry I cannot have music in my video, and so that's my story. I will cut it from here. I love you guys, and thank you so much for everything. I'll talk more about this, or you can ask me different questions in the comments if you want to hear more. I'll make some shorts and tell you more. Till today you can still see all my scars everywhere, guys. I love this to see the scars, and everyone that sees me, they cannot believe many big things happen to me in my life. They think I just don't have any issue, but when I open up a little bit about this, some people just fall down. When I tell them a little bit of the story, they just fall down. Like they will fall down, they will pass out because they just hear a little version of the story, So I don't know how they feel when they hear it, but it's like power just struck them down, and they're like on the ground, like. And sometimes like I got lost. My first weeks in town, I got lost because I wasn't connecting with anything. So I wasn't even like wearing shoes or wearing clothes. So I would go outside like really without clothes. You know what I mean? And my mother, she would run after me, put a towel on me, wrap me up, completely say, honey, we do not go out like this. We cannot go out like this without the clothes and nothing. We are not supposed to do this because I didn't learn that. That's how we do on earth. When I came back to earth, being in heaven for some time, I did not know what clothing meant, because I didn't see myself being unclothed. So I didn't even put anything on there, but I look clothed. But here I have to put something on, so I was like, oh, And everywhere I went, people look so beautiful. And I commented, I will like compliment them, and some of them will feel like, wow, really? That's the heart that God was showing me, you know? And so it's amazing, you know? So I hope this story encourages someone. And if you still have pain wherever you are, if you're dealing with pain, I just pray right now that God's power will enter every area of your body, every cells, every place between and in within you, and his breath, his energy will come in and upon you for you to be released from that pain, and from you to find your healing. That bomb of healing will come upon you, that his joy will be poured inside you to release that strength in you for you to get out today and walk in and talk again. And if you're crippled, may he get you out of your wheelchair if you believe it. I do believe in you, and so believe in yourself and believe that there is a specialist working on your behalf. If you're homeless today, I pray you get a place. I pray you have food in your plate. I pray your friends, your neighbors help you. I pray your county, your communities help you. I pray that if you're a single parent, you don't have to go through this alone. I hear you, understand you, I feel the pain, because that's what I get by getting God's heart. It's like an implant that he gave me that gets to see a lot. And when you cry, I cry too. When you're sad, I'm being emotional right now. When you're sad, I'm sad as well. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching this video. Reach out to someone if you need to talk. And always seek to God. Bless his holy name. He's real. He's real. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for liking this video. I keep coming back here because you like the videos. If you don't like them, I will not come back here, but I come back here every day because it makes me happy to make all the videos. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And until next time, friends, I love you all. Bye now. And I guess my friends here, I'm going to cut it. So this is my raw and uncut video. Hopefully it's not too long for you. So thank you so much. Thank you. Bye now. Love you.